Now we've cleared the whole tier. I thought it would be good to maybe like look back and okay, maybe I should make a tier list of all the different floors. I'm not as qualified as Preach to do that, but I still have opinions, unqualified opinions. It's just personal opinions. All right. So now you can see it. I'm gonna put this over here. He's too small. We're gonna make him bigger. Okay. So, S A B. Oh, it's not thick enough. Okay, S A B C C B This is not Booba drawing. I don't actually know what I'm drawing. They're like, it's really good. Okay, they're like, they're sweating. Okay, they're sweating. It's so good. Okay, and they're got their tongue out. They got their tongue out. Okay. Okay, so, oh yeah, red cheeks. For that, I need a special tool. Okay, there we go. Needs heart peoples. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? Oh! That's too thick. Okay, good. Alright. So, what did I think about the Savage here? What did I think about it? Well, our first fight was Ericthonios. This guy, the jailer, aka the jailer. Now, this fight is absolutely fantastic. This is a full uptime fight. As a melee, you never have to take your ass off the boss. And he also looks very cool. And his character is very cool. And, because it's like, the concept for his character is that he's a jailer. And, he's like in some kind of underworld. And that's just so cool. Like, what a badass villain, right? So I love this. I love this fight. It's so good. And, like I said, full uptime. That's S. That's an easy. Damn it. I can't. Look, we're gonna. Okay. Let's just get his head. Let's just grab his head. Okay. S. Let's delete the rest. Good. Very good. Excellent. I really liked it. It's just a fun and enjoyable fight. Maybe, yeah, it's the first fight of the tier. It's pretty simplistic. I don't mind that. I tend to not prefer, but I enjoy fights that are like, this kind of reminds me of E11 Savage, where it was a pretty simplistic fight. It had these patterns that repeated. Like, conceptually reminds me of this. And I loved E11. A lot of people didn't like it because it was too repetitive. It was a little too simple, but I just think it was super fun. I enjoyed it very much so. Enjoyed first fight as well. I always look forward to doing it every week. Now, this second one, P2S, Water Horse. P2S is a P to the ass, or a P in the ass. Pain in the ass is what I'm trying to say. It's a pain in the ass. It's a little bit of a pain in the ass. It starts to feel like a pain in the ass. Now, there's no positionals in this fight, so that does simplify things. And it's really not that complicated. I think for me, the most annoying part of that fight is the limit cut. The limit cut crap where you have to run all the way over to Timbuktu to go and sit there with your number. That sucks. I don't like that. That's annoying. But besides that, it's okay. I'm trying to think of anything else in this fight that really annoys me. No, that's really it. That's really the only thing that's a problem for me. So I think the dropsy. Wait, I'm just rating these on melee uptime. Wait, what? What? No, I'm not. What are you saying? Look, I can just cast harp at it. That's just as good. So I would say maybe he is like, I don't mind it that much, but I don't love it. Okay, like I'm not loving it. I would say he's a B. He's at B. Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, he's a solid B for me. He's a solid B. The arena is really cool. True. It's just, I could take it or leave it. I'm not that crazy about it. The arena shift is cool. Thinking. I think it's still B. I think for me it's a solid B. I'm thinking about how the arena changes. And like, I think that the winged attack and the face attack is pretty neat. I mean, I generally like attacks where you have to look at the actual boss to see where you need to go. Like, where is his face? You know? So I think it's a B. I still think it's B. I'm not going to change it. Okay, now for the bird. Oh, orange bird. I don't think it's fair to rate a boss based on how much we suffered and struggled. It is definitely a huge step up in difficulty from P1S and P2S. So I think that I'm okay with the difficulty that it's at. That's not really a problem. And I think before the ads phase, it's pretty boring. Like, the first half of the fight, I think, is fairly boring. After the ads phase, like when the jellies come out and you need to do the Fountains of Fire, like I think Fountains of Fire is cool. Basically the whole rest of the fight is fun, and it's hectic, it's chaotic, there's a lot happening, but it's good, and I do like the last part of the fight. But obviously there is a massive problem with the blinding blinding arena that is bright orange and it's like burning my eyes out. And there are people that have played this fight with accessibility settings on, like colorblind mode. I heard some people have been using to help them get through it. And that is just, it has actually, I feel like if the arena was different, people wouldn't hate it as much. But I remember when we were progging this fight, trying to see through all of the orange that's going on, where the tethers are, because there's like this mechanic where in the ads phase, you get two tethers. Sometimes you get two tethers, sometimes you get one tether, and they're all tangled up all over the middle of the arena. It's all like that. And it's also all orange. Everything is orange, and it's like this tangle of shit in the middle of the arena. And you cannot see anything that you're trying to look at. You can't see where the tether is. Whenever you're new, you know, when you're trying to just like get used to what you're looking at. First few pulls while we're learning that, I was just like, oh, I can't see all this shit was happening. Where are you? Where's my tether? And so that sucked. I really hated that. I really, really, really hated that. So because of the god-awful arena design, which, like, when I got them out a few minutes ago, everybody was like, hey, that bird doesn't even look that orange. Like, actually, that bird looks kind of red and black, like normal colors. Yeah, it's just that the arena was so orange that everything looked orange. The bird looked orange. We looked orange. The whole group looked orange. Absolutely horrible. Horrible arena design that I think heavily impacted everybody's enjoyment of this damn fight. So because of that, it gets an F. F! F! For F that fight. Horrible. Not good. Big F. Big fat F on it. F for the orange. Wait. F for, F is for this right here. For orange, the hex code of orange. Okay, so finally, I think this guy should be split into two different, like one for phase 2 and one for phase 1, because they're really different. They feel really different to me. Okay, let's get a picture of our flying monkey guy. Okay, one sec. Oh. Okay. He kind of looks like an aura in the face, right? Okay, so we got two parts to this fight. We have Dracula. And obviously Dracula, this is Phoenix. Phoenix is the fight. Phoenix is the whole first part of the fight. Phoenix is actually not a bad mechanic. Okay? Everybody loves to shit on Phoenix because it's very annoying. It's very frustrating. But I think in this case, this is a very unique case of a mechanic where I don't know how they did it, but I do think that it is as annoying as it is fun. I don't know why. It makes me like really mad because I have to like really charge up that brain cell to power through this thing, right? And do more than one thing at a time. But it's also really fun. So I'm kind of on the fence about it because it's very frustrating and annoying. But what would this fight be without Phoenix? It's like iconic now. The mechanic itself is actually fun. You said the worst part of PNX is the burst window coming up. Yes, true, but they like to do that in general. They do like to put your burst window in the most inconvenient part of the fight possible. So it's a hell of a lot better than E12S lines. I don't like it's nowhere near the difficulty of that, I think. Like the positioning is not as precise as you needed to be on Lions. I wouldn't rank it with that same difficulty of Lions. I don't mind PNX that much, actually. Maybe I'm just saying that because we cleared the tier today. I'm in a good mood. I'm feeling charitable. But the rest of the fight, outside of PNX, it's decent. It's okay. It's okay. It's iconic. It's chaotic. It's fun. So I'm kind of torn between A and B. The other major thing we should consider, the tethers and debuffs mechanic that happens. That's the other major thing. It's really easy to deal with. But it's fun. Like, I don't mind it either. So I think this is definitely better than a P2S. Is it S tier? Is PNX S tier? In my opinion, no, because it's still annoying as hell. But I'll put it at A. Like, I feel pretty good putting it at A. I liked it, even though it's a bit bothersome. Now, as for the next part of the fight, the last part of the fight, this was like a breeze. I think we just got there for the first time on Thursday last week. Then we had Tuesday and Wednesday. We had like just a couple of days to prog through it, and it was really not very hard at all to get through all of the acts. Like I heard that Act 2 was going to be really hard, but like I thought it was going to be like a light rampant, but honestly, what reminds me more of light rampant is is curtain call, which is horrible. Curtain call reminds me more of it because everybody has to break these tethers at the specific times, and if something goes wrong, then it's just like a black screen. Like everything goes black. Yeah, Act 2 is really, it seems like it's complicated because so much has to be resolved at the same time. But actually, I think the fact that everything needs to be resolved at the same time makes it easier, because it means that you only have to worry about one thing, really, whatever your role is. It means you don't have to worry about what other people are doing at the same time. If it was like this has to happen, then this has to happen, then this, that would be a lot more complicated. It would be a lot harder. But since it's all simultaneous, it's just like, well, like the way we do our call outs is like, okay, well, green DPS go to D and then fire goes to C. Like that's it, or B. So it's not that bad. Act 3 is a really simple, really, it's not bad at all. I think it might be a little too easy, actually. Like thinking, I'm comparing it to right now, I just have in my mind the second phase of E12S. And I think the second phase of E12S was also easier than the first phase, but it still had a good bit of complexity in it. So I feel like it might be a little bit too easy. But I still enjoyed it. I think it was a really fun. So like I looked forward to progging it. Every time we started over and had to do another pull, I didn't feel weary or tired, but maybe it's just because we didn't have to spend that much time on it. But I liked it. I think I liked it. So I think I'm going to put this up here with, I definitely liked it as much as the first fight of the tier. So for me, I think this guy, yeah, the phase 2 was really fun. It's enjoyable. Yeah, I think this is right. This accurately reflects my views on the tier so far. Is this better than Titan? Was P4S better than Titan? Yes. Yeah, I think P4S was better than Titan. The only thing that I think Titan did better than P4S was that it had a different soundtrack for the last part. When the music changes at the end of Titan, that was an incredibly epic moment. I think it really mattered. I think it really made a big difference in the fight when you get and you're very close to the clear, and I feel like that's something that every fight needs. Every fight, at least the final fight of a tier needs to have that music change. Maybe just a slight change to it, a slight little remix to it, but I think it makes a big difference in terms of just how fun it is. Titan is more banger. Yeah, Titan had a incredible soundtrack the whole way through, but when it changed at the end, then that was really cool. It was really cool. You didn't really like the gothic dour vibe of this tier? I don't mind it. I like that every raid has its own feel to it, and even every tier has its own feel to it too. So overall, if you can see here, I have most of the fights B and plus. And honestly, Phoenix would have, if Phoenix had a normal arena, it would have probably been A. It would have probably been A if the arena wasn't so incredibly god awful. If the visibility of mechanics wasn't just extremely bad, it would have probably been A. But it's not. So it goes down here in the anger zone.